for Donald Trump, then that means that you voted for people to be deported, and you voted for children to be taken away from their families, and you're racist, and you're a monster, and you have no empathy, and yada yada blah blah blah. Let me tell you something. The alternative was voting for a woman who was in charge of the border for the last 4 years, and over 300,000 children have gone missing under her watch, many of whom have now been sex trafficked or labor trafficked or are still missing. Tell me again how I didn't vote for the best interests of children? The alternative was voting for an administration who for the last 4 years let millions of illegal embedded people to come into the country where my children live and play Russian roulette with American safety. The alternative was voting for a woman who could not do one interview and give a clear and direct explanation of what she had planned for the border. What you're seeing is that she failed at her job for the last 4 years of keeping that border secure. And before you're like, oh, well, it's not everybody. There are people that come to have a better life, and there are good people. Nobody's saying that there's not. And nobody's saying that they can't be here. Do it the right way. There's 100 people that come. One is bad. The rest are good. Guess what? I don't want that risk. My kids live here. There is a reason that these laws are in place. Is to protect American citizens. I don't know why you guys cannot see that. I don't know what's not clicking. What's not clicking. And then you hear, well, Americans commit more crimes in America than other people. And what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? I don't want a criminal in office. I would never vote for a criminal. So the alternative was letting in millions of criminals. That's the better alternative. You guys are like, sometimes I wonder. The difference between someone who voted for Donald Trump and someone who voted for Kamala Harris, if you ask someone why they voted for Donald Trump, they can give you reasons, logic, statistics, facts. You ask someone why they voted for Kamala Harris, they're going to give you reasons why you shouldn't vote for Donald Trump. See the difference? If you watch Donald Trump's campaign, it's about policies that he planned to implement for America. If you watch Kamala's campaign, it's about why you shouldn't vote for Donald Trump. Do you see the difference? The right was focused on the right. The left is also focused on the right. There's a problem there. Whenever the left talks about politics, they're always talking about why Orange man bad, and they are never talking about why Kamala is the better choice, because you can't. Because if you focus on policies and numbers and facts, you focus on the effects that it had on Americans, and you love America, then you'd be forced to acknowledge maybe it isn't the better choice. And that is why more people than ever have left the Democratic Party. So the next time you say that somebody who voted for Donald Trump, who voted in favor of deportations, is a racist, I want you to tell me what the alternative was, the effects of the alternative, and why that alternative was the better choice. Thank you.
Good news, this woman was spitting nothing but facts and bars at the same time. The bad news is the people on the other side don't want to hear it. They're so drunk off of the Kool-Aid that the liberal Democrats have been feeding people for so many years, they can't find their way out of that Kool-Aid haze. They can't find their way out. They still find reasons why they think that Republicans are bad, why the orange monster is bad, and they're still probably going to think the election has been won because, guess what? The nation is racist and sexist. Not because it's too expensive to live here, not because the borders are open and being a threat to our national security, and not because we don't feel safer or better about ourselves. It's because the reason why that Kamala Harris lost because the nation is a racist and a misogynistic. Simple as that. That's their reasoning. The real reason why that Kamala Harris lost because you keep focusing on why you should not elect Trump. There is no policy that you can coherently explain why your way is better than Trump. You can't. Here's the irony, though. Here's the irony. You outraged Trump by what? Almost 3 times, and you still got whooped. Quite simply, the American people had enough, but most importantly, the American people has spoken. I take my chances with Trump anytime, any place, anywhere. Because the moment we try to gamble on Kamala Harris, yeah. If you think the Biden administration was bad, yeah, hers was sent us in a deep hole we can never, ever, ever hope to get out in 1,000 years. They're saying, peace.